Shalom Aleichem and welcome to my new video. Today we will talk about the prophets Shem, Ham and Japhet. Shem, Ham and Japhet are the three sons of Noah. If you have missed out my video about Noah, it will be linked at the end of this video. We go through the texts of the Old Testament, Apocrypha, Pseudepigrapha, Talmud, Zohar, New Testament, the New Testament, Apocrypha, Pseudepigrapha, and Hammadi, because then we can have an entire picture. Old Testament, the birth of Noah's son, Genesis 5:3-2 says, and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begat Shem, Ham, and Japhet. After the flood, Genesis 9:18-19, and the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japhet. We will read also the scripture. Open with me Genesis 9:20-27. Noah, a man of the soil, proceeded to plant a vineyard. When he drank some of its wine, he became drunk and lay uncovered inside his tent. Ham, the father of Canaan, saw his father naked and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japhet took a garment and laid it across their shoulders. Then they walked in backward and covered their father's nakedness body. Their faces were turned to other way so that they could not see their father's nakedness. When Noah awoke from his wine and found out what his youngest son had done to him, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, the lowest of slaves, will be to his brothers." He also said, "Praised be the Lord God of Shem. May Canaan be the slave of Shem. May God extend Japhet's territory. May Japhet live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be the slave of Japhet." I want to say here what here actually happened. Ham, when scripture says he saw the nakedness, it means that Ham wanted to have a sexual relationship, a sexual act with his father. That is abomination, because Leviticus 18 says that this here is completely forbidden, to have an incest relationship with your direct blood brothers. It does not mean when, for example, we will discuss about it another time, when you have a half brother, when you have a cousin, whatever, that does not count. It always means if you have, if the person has the same mother and father. When a son or daughter, your half brother, has the same father but not the same mother, you can do that. Now let's go back. Ham sees Noah's nakedness. Shem and Japhet respectfully cover Noah. Noah pronounces a curse on Canaan, Ham's son, and blessings involving Shem and Japhet. Nations descended from Noah's sons, Genesis 10. These are the pagans and the origin of Shem and Japhet. And it does not mean that black, white, yellow, red, whatever comes from that. It is the spirit of them. Ham is North Africa. Japhet is most of the time the Asian, European, and all Asian and European cultures. Shem are all brown-skinned folk people, all the natives around the entire universe. All the brown, black nations are of Shem. But how comes that we have white people? Well, when you mix yourself with one another, you will get white. You will, after the Assyrian captivity, the 10 tribes never came back. They assimilated themselves and mixed themselves with the nations. So that's why we have black, white, yellow, red Jews everywhere. First Chronicles 1:4-28 explains it also. Lineage leading to Abraham, Genesis 11:10-26. Genealogy of Shem leading to Abraham. Then in the Apocrypha, Sirach 49:16 says, Shem and Seth were honored among men. Then Jubilees. Jubilee 7-10 is explaining the division of the earth among Shem, Ham, and Japhet, boundaries of their inheritance, covenant oaths regarding territorial divisions. First Enoch explains where Noah is coming from, and my video is linked about it in the at the end of this video. Genesis Apocrypha retells portions of Genesis, includes traditions concerning Noah and his son. In the Talmud, Sanhedrin 70a and 70b is Ham's offense against Noah, various rabbinic interpretations of Genesis 9. Yoma 10a is the discussion of the territories of Shem, Ham, and Japhet, relationship of nations to Noah's sons. Magillah 9b says the blessing of Japhet, Greek language and the descent of Japhet. The Greek language comes from the Japhetites. The Zohar interprets Noah's sons symbolically. Shem associated with holiness and spiritual inheritance. Japhet associated with expansion, beauty, and outward wisdom. Ham associated with judgment, materiality, and earthly patience. Relevant discussions appear especially in Zohar Book 1 on Parashat Noach, Zohar Book 1 73-76. As well, the Zohar often connects Shem with priesthood and the line leading to Abraham, Melchizedek with Shem according to traditional Jewish interpretations. New Testament, genealogy of HaMashiach, Luke 3:36 includes the son of Shem, the son of Noah. End time analogy says in Matthew 24:37-39 and Luke 17:26-27, Yeshua refers to the days of Noah. Thou, Shem, and Ham and Japhet are not namely directed. The context concerns the world from which they emerged after the flood. The fate of Noah Hebrews 11:7. Noah's fate is highlighted as a foundational of the generations that followed. Then the New Testament Apocrypha, Pseudepigrapha says, Cave of Treasures contains extensive traditions. Shem received sacred relics from Noah. Shem preserved the knowledge of God. Shem's lines lead to Abraham and ultimately Messiah. Conflict of Adam and Eve with Satan discusses Noah's descendants and preservation of sacred traditions. Book of the Bee elaborates on Shem's role after the flood, associate him with sacred inheritance and priestly authority. In the Hammadi, the paraphrase of Shem, that is the most important Hammadi text connecting to Shem. It represents a mystical revelation attributed to Shem, cosmological and spiritual teachings, Gnostic interpretation of generational salvation in divine realms. And it's very interesting that this exists about Shem, Ham, and Japhet. And I want you to understand, we have to come back to understand that we all are each other's brothers and sisters. But yes, the entire human race came out of the descents of Shem, Ham, and Japhet. And I hope this video has helped you, and thank you for watching. Shalom.